Hey everybody, it's NCP. As again, it won't run. I ran down the battery 3 times cranking it. It was having issues. It got slowly worse. Hard starting and then fine after like a day of setting. So, whew, I'm pretty sure I got it. I haven't started yet. You guys got sweat all over the intake there on 4.3, V6, 4.3 I think. I can't see. I think it's a Vortex engine, 2001 Chevy Blazer. I was really hoping there'd be a junk car buyback, cash for clunkers again, but oh well. Anyway, these things don't have a seal on the distributor. It's one of the things that can be a problem. So I just cranked it. I did a spark test. There was spark, but I don't know. It didn't look right to me. The color is kind of orangey, not like a dull orange from the coil pack, which by the way is right here. Light on? No, of course not. It's in the dark. So went ahead and replaced the distributor cap and the I don't know, I call it the rotor or button. But let me go see if I can start it now. Should start right up. If not, you know, I don't know. I'll have to pay someone for a real diagnostic. But as you can see by the vines and stuff, it's been here for a while. So let's see here what's up. See if it starts. Hopefully it starts. Or cranks. Bingo! And that's what it was, kids. So I would say 90% of the time on these Chevy Blazers, if it's not the fuel pump, it's the distributor cap for the rotor. And I don't know. I should get the air running in here. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, I have to do inspection soon, so I figured I'd go ahead and fix it. It's been set in about 2 months where I just said the heck with it. But now we know it's all done. I'm gonna have to drive it to clear the codes or reset the codes. But you know, it's running good. So basically, if you had a crank with no start and your gas is good, I could smell gas. It was like backfiring a little bit. And these things, you can't adjust the timing without the computer. So I knew that the rotor was wet inside there. You know what? Let me show you the old rotor. Hold on. Let me tap. One other fun thing, as I was out here, a bunch of yellow stripy things were coming near me. I figured out what they are. So, yeah, see that? They don't like me. Looks like we're going to war. Alright, so I'm gonna have to hose that down. But it's way too high up for me to get to. We'll have to negotiate something, but a lot of yellow stripy things. But I probably shouldn't stand here before they come after me, so I'll be back. Alright, here's the old one. Now I changed this out when I did the rebuild of the intake manifold back in, I don't know, 2018. One of the things about my videos are I can go back and see what I did and when I did it. This is awful quick for this to happen. I mean, there has been a lot of driving on this truck since the current vents. But this looks okay, but there is some corrosion in there. And they said if you have any moisture at all, which is all gone now, but there was some on there. But there is corrosion. And I ran it through my multimeter, so it's all okay, but I wanted one anyway. My general rule is, if it's not good enough now, it's not good enough to be a replacement. Well, this is probably good enough now, but the heck with it, you know. I didn't want to do it together and pull it apart and then it not be the problem, so now this can go back into storage, but this was the problem. Here, if you look at it, and if we're able to actually focus things, which we're not. Wait, where's the camera? Here, right here. Here we go. Yeah, hold on. Huh, okay. Oh, you know, you can turn the light on in the middle of the video. Isn't that neat? Hey. Alright, so anyway, you can see that the arc path there, where this thing got corroded. I could take and get continuity on the copper there, which I don't know what that is, but on the thing, but not on the very end unless I scraped it. And I can see there where we had some arc path going out, and there were some other ones that went around, like over here. It was jumping there, jumped down there, and hit the screws. I was arcing underneath, so you can see all the arcs there where it went. But see how oily that is, or watery, I guess. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to do this while I'm zoomed in. See how that did that? That's enough to cause this. There's any moisture in these can screw them up. So, I don't know. I don't see a vent hole on this one. So, that's probably why. This is just a cheap one, I think. But I bought the AC Delco one for the car, so I'll never have to do it again. But just in case. You see the pivot there, and there's holes. And I can just see where it's arced, where it shouldn't have. So, that's pretty bad. But at the end, you can see there's been a terrible arc path there, and that's where the spark went instead of spark plugs. I was going to do a set of plugs on this thing, but I'm going to have it done because the way they did these, you have to get in there behind the steering column, and I don't have the tools for that. I mean, there's a special tool what they'll have, but well, I don't know what it'll cost to have spark plugs done, but it ain't much. But I don't want to do it. So, anyway, if your car's just turning over on a Vortec engine, 4.3 Vortec engine on a Chevy Blazer, in this case 2001, it will take, and if this is wet in here, like this, it's kind of drying now, but just any moisture on that will screw this whole thing up. So it'll cause, you can use this cleaner, you can play star fluid, you spray star fluid in there. WD-40 is my choice, or in this case I'd have blown it out with the air compressor. But when you blow off things like this, specifically this, all the little, I don't know, carbon fragments or whatever, it turns into an abrasive. So that's why you don't use the air compressor to blow off stuff on your skin. You'll blow it into your skin. Anyway, this is NCP. I'm going to go take a shower. I hope everybody has a great time and stay safe. NCP out.